Hello, and how do you do today? I believe you're well. I'm also fine. I thank God. Thank you for being here. I don't take it for granted. If you've been following me, thank you so much for being my fan. For those, if it is your first time, feel at the right place, make this your channel. Today, by the grace of God, I want to still on the point of matters to do with the relationships. And by the grace of God, I want us to understand that marriages work, relationships work. Like it is the will of God for people to live happily, for people to live in peace, for people to live in harmony, and according to the will and purposes of the Lord, because the plans of the Lord towards our lives is to make us to be successful. It is to make us prosper. It is to make us enjoy. And you cannot enjoy while your family is suffering, while your husband is suffering, while your wife is suffering, while your mother or father, your children or your siblings, your older brothers or sisters are suffering. You cannot be at peace at all. So I'm here to tell you that it is the will of God for us to be happy. And the will of the devil also is to ensure that families are not living happily. It is to destroy. It is to, the will of the devil is to capture that which God intended for the families, to destroy, to steal. And according to John 10:10, the Bible says that devil came to steal, to kill, to destroy. But God came to give life, and life in abundance. And therefore, I want you to believe that even though you may be facing it rough, it doesn't matter what the devil has done. It doesn't matter the laws that you have undergone. It doesn't matter how things have been destroyed. The Lord says that He is ready to restore. It doesn't matter how the devil has emerged in your family and tried to ruin things, put things in the wrong direction. The Lord is there to bring things the right way. The Lord is there to restore whatever the enemy has stolen. And therefore, that is why I'm here, so that I may encourage you that it is well and shall be well, that it is not over until God says it is over. And therefore, today I want to I'll tell you about some signs. 5 signs of unconditional love. For every family to grow, there must be love. For every relationship to grow, there must be love. For that intimacy to be there must be love. And therefore, I want to speak about unconditional love. And what is this unconditional love? Unconditional love, like we are told, God showed us unconditional love, and that is why He sent His only begotten Son to die for us. And therefore, these unconditional love can also be demonstrated in families. And therefore, that is why I'm here today, because I want to surprise you, my viewer, that you are living with a person, you are living with that husband, you are living with that wife, you are living with that fiancé, and you don't love them unconditionally. And therefore, I'm here to give you signs. How can you know that you love your husband unconditional? How will you be able to know that you love your wife unconditionally? How will you be able to know that deeply you love that spouse? See, therefore, I'm giving those 5 signs to show how genuine or deep you love your spouse, and that is what we call unconditional love. And therefore, let's go straight to the point, your points. I'm giving you 5 of them. Believing in the good your partner possesses. That is point number 1. Believing in the good that your partner possesses. I'm sure we have got weaknesses, each and every one of us. Your wife has a weakness, your husband has a weakness, everybody has a weakness. And therefore, because you came together, you found your husband the way he was, you did not find him as young as maybe people may think or take or something. You found that person already a grown-up, and therefore you started living together. Remember, they had their past. Remember, you found this person while they had already made their decisions in life, and therefore you cannot start controlling them, like live this way, live that way, come live the way I live, possess whatever I possess, be copy my character, so that it does not work that way. So if you find yourself accommodating your partner's weaknesses, then you love that person. Like maybe she loves becoming angry so fast. Maybe she loves judging so fast. Maybe she concludes so fast. Maybe she gets furious so fast. Maybe she name them. There are so many things that maybe you find in your partner that you do not love. And therefore, as time goes on, as she or he tries to adjust, if you find yourself accommodating them, even in those weaknesses, then you deeply you deeply love that spouse. You deeply love that partner. You deeply love your wife or your husband. So despite their weaknesses, if you believe in what good they can do, they possess, because there's that which that drove you, there's that thing that drove you to your partner. This that thing that you got desired, that which you desired from your partner, that which you admired from them. Therefore, you'll always look at that. You will not dwell on their weaknesses. You will not dwell on the mistakes that they do. You will like believe in that good thing they possess. Yeah, and then you'll always keep on congratulating them for that. Then you deeply love your partner. Number two, it involves unconditional love. It involves sacrifices. Do you sacrifice for your partner? And what do I mean by sacrificing? Sacrificing, I mean doing something for your partner, even if it means losing something so precious that you own, also precious for your own. You do something for your partner, even if it will mean you lose that which you love so much. Like some couples are so what do I mean? They are so mean. They are so busy with their things. They don't mind about their partners. If you know very well that your wife loves a certain kind of a thing, you know very well that your husband loves a certain kind of a thing, but you cannot sacrifice to make them happy. You cannot sacrifice to ensure that they enjoy that, because according to you, you do not love that. Like for example, let me give an example of a video, like a TV what program. Your wife loves watching a certain kind of a program. You don't like it. Could you sacrifice for her? Like you say, even though I don't love watching that, let me just watch it for the sake. Let me just stay with her as she watches, or just give her time to watch. Not that because you don't love that program, you tell her also to switch off. That is one way of sacrificing, and many other things. Actually, something that you don't love at all, it does not make you enjoy it. I'm sure you understand what I mean. But then you know your partner loves it, sacrificing or doing it for their sakes. That is what we mean by sacrificing. So if you find yourself sacrificing for your partner, then you deeply love them. And number three, you want the best for you want the best from your partner. I mean, you want the best for your partner. Like you find that your partner is weak in a certain area. You are able to do something that can bring them up. You are able to do something that can up the game. You love it when your partner is on their best. Like you want to lift them. You want to make them happy. You want them to feel like they enjoy life. They are happy wherever they are. If you find yourself all the time wishing all the best for your partner, then you love that person unconditionally. So that is another point, another way of showing that you love them unconditionally. Number four, forgiving. forgiving. Forgiving is a very hard thing. Many times we wrong these people. You wrong your husband, you wrong your wife, and even it does not happen once. So if you find yourself forgiving your partner each and every time, even without counting, some partners, some spouses, they are full of reminding their partners what they did. Remember you did this last time and I forgive you. Remember you've done it again. Remember last year you did it. Remember last month you did it. Remember last week you did it. Now if you keep on reminding them what they did, even this time round, even if you are ready to forgive them, then they will lose. It will not make them happy, because they will think that you are still reminding them. Even if you forgive them, then it's not from your heart, because we are told to forgive and forget. So do not count how many times you forgive your partner. So if you are that kind of a partner, then you deeply love your partner. You deeply love your spouse. You deeply love your partner. Number 5, the last one, a deep feeling that is unseen but felt. You cannot express. Sometimes love is so funny. Love is so funny, because the way I feel towards somebody, the way I feel towards my partner, the way you feel towards your partner, if at all it is genuine, then you cannot explain it. You cannot explain it. It is only that you feel it from your heart. How do you feel towards your partner? How do you feel towards your spouse? How do you feel towards your fiancé? Some people, heart, the things from the heart don't lie. Your heart cannot lie. How do you feel towards your partner? Unconditional love is never faked. You can never fake love. You can never force it from your heart. You cannot force. So how deep you feel towards your partner, how deep you feel that love, there's that thing you feel like you miss your partner when they are away. You feel like you just love them, something you cannot explain. You miss their presence. But if you realize that even if your partner is away, you are okay. Even if your partner has delayed, maybe she had gone somewhere, he had gone somewhere, yes, he or she has come late, such kind of a thing, your heart is just okay, then that's not the what I'm trying to mean. That's deep love, something that you feel towards your partner that you cannot explain. That deep love, that deep love from your heart. You can feel it. You can feel it, that I need this person. I cannot stay without this person. You miss them. That shows that you love that person unconditionally. Let me surprise you. Do you know that you can be living with your partner, you can be living with your spouse, and you don't love them unconditionally? Do you know that you can be living with someone and you can be loving someone unconditionally and they are not your spouse? You can be loving someone unconditionally and they are not your partners. You have not married them. They are not your wives. They are not your husband. They are not your fiancés, but you love them unconditionally. So this is another problem. Like you are married and you find that you are loving these people so much and they are not your partners. This is a story for another day. I'll elaborate this and how you can deal with this in my next video by the grace of God. So this unconditional love should only be offered unto the people that you love. If you find yourself loving someone with this unconditional love and they are not your partners, they are not your spouses, they are not your fiancés, there is a big trouble. There's a big problem. And that is why I'm telling you that I will deal with this next time. So by the grace of God today, God has enabled us to learn five signs that shows. If you possess these 5 signs, then it shows that you love your partner unconditionally. So love is a good thing. Love is something very, very, very good. If you find the right partner. Find the right partner. Many people are struggling because they are living with people who are not their right partners. You just married out of lust, out of maybe pressure or something, but you don't love that person. This is also another problem. By the grace of God, we'll be tackling with these issues. How can you love the person that you're having and that thing is not in your heart? As I said earlier, you cannot force love. So we'll be dealing with these things to help those people who are in such a kind of problems, because many people are struggling in marriage. And as I said in the start, as I started this video, I said that it is the will of God for people to enjoy, because God was the first to start this marriage thing. He is the one who started this marriage institution in the Garden of Eden. So the will of God is that people to live in peace, love, and unity. So if you find yourself you're not having these virtues, then something somewhere is lacking. There's a key which is missing. So if you find yourself living this kind of a life and you want us to interact, please feel free. We can interact on the comment section area. Any question is you're just free to ask any kind of question, but related to whatever I'm speaking about. May the good God meet all your heart desires. May the good God meet you, and together with your family, may God answer your prayers. May God come through for you. So until next time, by the grace of God, may you live well. May God protect you. May you live under the grace of God. Shalom.